Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Nichijou episode 25. Yes, as I said in the last few episodes, we're getting close, but today I just received a great, set of news. That is actually there is an OVA for Nichijou, the episode 0. So obviously, I have a little bit more to look forward about this series, which has become among my favorite series so far that I have watched. So, yes, those were great news, and I love the fact that I still have at least a little bit more of Nichijou content so I can watch it and enjoy it, and of course, record my reaction to it. Anyway, yeah, that's something that really put me in a good mood, and I don't want to waste more time with this presentation because I'm just going to repeat what I've been saying over and over and over again. So yeah, let's just cut all of this and watch the next episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 25th episode of the series. And yes, so far, up until this episode, until episode 25, this is my favorite so far. Yeah, I know I have said this a lot of times, but I always said up until this moment, this is my favorite one. And yeah, we're so close to the last episode. Of course, we're still missing episode 26, and we're still missing the newly discovered, at least for me, O.V.A. of Nichijou. So yeah, I'm still a couple of episodes away from finishing this series. But so far, this is my favorite. Even above the one in which Nano goes to school or discovers that she's going to go to school, even above that, I think this one is genuinely the best episode of Nichijou, which is a very hard task to achieve. Nichijou has been a marvel so far. There hasn't been any episode in which I say, oh, this episode is bad. No, there have been lesser episodes, and I mean lesser compared to the other ones within the series. Yes, obviously, there's going to be minor episodes. But again, if you compare it to with some other comedies, yeah, those episodes, even the lesser episode of the series, come on top because they are that good. Anyway, but this one for me takes the cake. It's just so marvelous. And I'm going to speak why in the end. First of all, we're going to see obviously our continuous joke about the kind of romance life between Sahara and Misato, Tachibana Misato. Yeah, I have it here. It's not that I remember, I have it in my notes. But yeah, the obvious romance that she likes him, but we're kind of dubious about him. Sorry. So yeah, this is the doubting part, and how she just gets so flustered all the time, and I love the diversion for the joke. I was expecting that she was going to wake him up with a missile or with bullets or something, because yeah, that is the craziest stuff we have. But no, we have a long story in which obviously the joke is, yeah, in the end Sasahara is going to receive a missile, but for something completely different. He doesn't need his glasses, it's just for show. He has perfect sight, which is something I envious. But anyway, and that is the point of the joke, that he doesn't wear glasses, or he doesn't need glasses. So yeah, that is the point in which, of course, Misato is done. It's okay, just screw it, take a freaking missile. And that is essentially the joke of that moment. But of course, they take the obvious joke and they change it until the end when you did not suspect. When they change your attention to something else, something entertaining, something you want to see. And then in the end, they put the joke back and it still makes sense. It still is funny. It's hilarious, and obviously the reaction of everybody, and the obvious place in which they put Mio, Yuko, and Nano in the background, that we don't need to pay much attention to that moment. They are just in the background. And then again in the background, Nano is just running behind them, but still going with the scene. And that is kind of the build up for the next long joke, in which, of course, we know how Mio feels about Sasahara. And yeah, she is devastated. She is devastated. But of course, instead of taking it the easy route, the normal route, oh, the poor girl is just going to cry in a classroom or hide in the bathroom or anything like that, no. Mio starts to run like crazy, escapes the school building, then escapes the freaking school entirely in a very spectacular way. And yes, kudos to Yuko for being able to keep up with Mio in that moment. And of course, the more we advance, the more ridiculous the situation goes, because yeah, she's shadow boxing, and then she's running in the train or between trains, and Mio is just crazy. And of course, Yuko is just screaming, ah! And everything just to culminate in the rescue of a kid that he was drowning. But actually, in the background of everything that we're seeing in this kind of chasing scene, we saw different actors that are going to take place in the final moment of the joke. We saw the police, and we saw the other kid trying to speak with the police so he can rescue the kid. We saw, of course, the old lady that was robbed in the end of the scene. We saw the guy with the top hat that offers Mio the boxing lessons. And of course, the kid is obviously there. But I love that this is not the end of that segment. Yeah, they finished that segment in which, of course, yeah, life isn't predictable, just as Yuko said. Well, she was referring to baseball, but anyway. And that is the point. That it still is not non-conclusive. It's still, we don't know what is going to happen. We still see she's laughing because she was rejected even before she confessed. But still, it's kind of in the middle of something there. But of course, we don't have time. We go to the laboratories, the Shinonome laboratories, because the other professor wants to capture Nano. And she was waiting for something high-tech, something very hidden, something that is not obviously just a house with a crazy genius child who can invent robots left and right. But according to this unknown person, to this foreign person, to this house, everything is a danger. Everything is designed to keep the secret of Nano and the robotics in there. And everything is dangerous, so you cannot steal the secret. But no, it's actually just a kid having fun. I don't know how the hell she has the money to invent all of this stuff. But anyway, that is not something I'm going to question, at least not right now. And yeah, I love the joke that everything that is dangerous or everything dangerous that happened in the house is just a mere accident, because a kid doesn't want to clean the place, and that's why the super glue is on the outside and is not correctly bottled up. And yes, the homunculus obviously is just a cat, in this case Sakamoto, with a bag with a drawn face, and that's it. But of course he can talk, but thanks to the technology of the professor, obviously. I love this. I love the different perspective of the same stuff. That for us, we know that it's not dangerous. We know it's just the professor being a child. Just we know that, yeah, even though the professor is a genius, she is still a child, and it doesn't matter because, yeah, she just doesn't want to be alone, or I don't know why. I don't know why, but yeah, this is just a child. But for the outsider, this could be potentially very dangerous because you're holding back technology way too advanced. Nobody is able to replicate what the professor did with Nano, or at least not in this world. And that it makes it, obviously, you're not going to risk your technology to somebody else to kidnap said technology or to steal said technology. But of course, we know that is not true. And yeah, the joke in the end is that, yeah, she's just trapped in the super glue. That's it. That is the last joke for the Shinonome laboratories. I love the next segment, as you have no idea. And this is the one I want to speak about from the beginning, but obviously I need to hold back a little bit of my thoughts. Mio, Nano, and no Mio, sorry, Mai, Nano, and Yuko are worried about Mio. Because yeah, it's not so easy to just recover yourself from just being well, when your heart is broken, it's not easy to recover. So they are worried about their friend, because they do not believe that Mio is genuinely happy in this moment. They want her to be happy, obviously, but they don't know how. And the first part, you kind of see the worrisome of the three friends. Obviously, the least expressive one is Mai, but that is obvious. It's always Mai like that. But I love the way they try to make Mio feels better. They just pretend to run I don't know, a lottery. I don't know what is exactly. I think it's lottery, and that's it. So Mio can win a prize, just one prize, and give it to her. And this even got me a little bit sentimental during the reaction, because it's such a beautiful moment. And I love the use of music in this series, because they can really make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. Even if it's just a comedy, they know exactly what they are doing. And they build up characters enough for these moments to work. Because they offer a friendship voucher through all your life. And that is simply gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous sentiment. Because they cannot offer something else. They cannot offer the love of Sahara. They cannot offer the love of somebody else that perhaps Mio is not going to even like. But they can offer their friendship. And that makes it so beautiful, so wonderful. I love that sentiment. And again, this series is so good at making comedy, but actually at developing characters, that this doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel wrong in this comedy show. It feels so right and so wonderful. I love Nichijou for that, because he's capable of taking the laugh of about everything and anything, but make you feel warm and fuzzy at the same time. It's just wonderful. It's great. I love the expressions, and I love how the three sign up that letter. The Mai, Nano, and of course Yuko. It's just wonderful. And of course, yeah, the end of the series, of the end of the episode, sorry, is obviously the key of Nano. And I love the little moment in which we have the professor there. I don't remember that one from the episode. I don't remember we focus at any point on the key, but I love that little drawing there. Yeah, this particular file didn't have the opening nor the outro, but yeah, that's okay. I love it. I love this episode. I genuinely love this episode. It's one of the best, if not the best episode of Nichijou, in my opinion. So far, we're still missing episode 26 and the O.V.A, so I'm waiting for those two to give my judgment on that. But yes, it's such a wonderful episode, and so far is the best, in my opinion. So far is the best. Oh boy, I still cannot go down from the high of this episode. But yeah, I think I really exhausted the topic of this one. I'm going to start to rambling a lot more if I'm going. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, as always, thank you for your attention. And well, see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. and check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.